how you started playing basketball.
How I started playing basketball, that's a good question. Um, so, like, I played, like, high school, but, like, nothing competitive, just back home in Nigeria, we would actually play within the school. That was, when I think about it, that's wild. That our version of competition was dividing the school into teams and playing within the school. But yeah, nothing competitive. Even in college, like, we played against people in the school, so it wasn't necessarily competitive. It was more, so in my first uni back home in Nigeria, I think in year 3, I decided to just start playing outside. I just go to courts in Lagos and just, play. And I was always told, so like, there were lots of people that just pushed me to play. I think I spent a year not going to school, just playing, and then I got an offer to play one tournament in Lagos, and then the winners, they were going to take some of the people to go to Dubai for like training. The name of the academy is Impact Sports. That's where I learned to play basketball. So I would say properly, I started playing in Dubai around like 2018, 2019. Yeah, that was like my first introduction to, organized basketball on competitive level.
Why you choose Ateneo Basketball College School?
That's an interesting question. Why did I choose Ateneo? So technically I didn't. Like, it was more, I was offered, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, there was like a bunch of schools that coming after me for the Philippines. There was a bunch of schools coming after me, but like only one in the Philippines. So I actually had multiple offers. I had a prep school, I had a Juco, I had a D1 school. At some point, I had an NAIA school, so like prep school, Juco, 4-year university, and then I had another offer to do master's somewhere. I think I got Ateneo because some of the coaches in Impact, the academy in Dubai, were Filipino, and one of them reached out to me about playing in the Philippines. The culture is good. It's a good route to take if you're trying to go pro. And at that time, Ateneo was like in its peak year. I think the year I joined, the big sell to me was that like it was probably the biggest program in the country. They went unbeaten in the UAP as well, so like everything was just going right for them. They had Coach Tap as well. Like, all the players that played for them like 2-3 years had gone pro. So it was like a very easy sell. Also, like, I couldn't get work to do what I was trying to do in the US to go play basketball. So it was just like, yeah, this was the other option that didn't require too much thinking. So yeah, it was just an easy offer to take at the time.
How's the feeling playing against Andrew Nicholson in tune-up?
Twice, actually. We played one time. I think they were preparing for AASL. We played them one time. That was like before season 5. That was 2022. That was not a fun game. We lost by like a good margin. That time we played with Miles Powell. Both times Miles Powell also played in the game. But yeah, the first time I didn't feature a lot. Like, it was because Andrew's still in the team. They were preparing for the season. It was already like August, September-ish. So I just came and didn't really get many minutes. The next time was January 2023. That was our first game of the whole year for season 86. Like, in terms of preparing for the UAP at the time. So it was more, we were getting cooked. I think he had like 20 points before the first half. It was like, he was hitting threes, he was going to work in the post, and like you could just tell that this was NBA talent. Like, he really was smooth with it as well. He wasn't necessarily playing that much defense, but then like he was cooking the post. He actually got ejected because he fouled me twice. Like, my teammates made a big deal out of it, but then he just I think he was annoyed about something, and I heard he got ejected in the previous game before. Maybe he was just not proud of playing against college players at the time, but then he was cooking the first time, and then he got fouled in the third quarter. Yeah, the experience was chill. Like, I got to see what polished offense looked like up close, especially for a big man. Like, it was a very, very interesting sight.
How's experience playing Phil Basket?
I enjoyed Sir Obasa actually. Sir Obasa came, I think, right after Australia. Like, we went to Australia for like a pre-season tour. We usually go out at least once a year, sometimes twice. Like it was right after Australia, so like we were gearing up for the season. I think after field basket we went to Davao, and that was like probably the final preparation for the season. But the field basket was nice. We had a lot of rotation because coach was trying to get people as many games as possible. It was so far from the school. I think because Las Pinas is like 2 hours away, and then like some people were taking classes, so it wasn't fun from like a schedule perspective. I think we went unbeaten. I was all tournament team. Yo, my highlights from field basket are tough. Like when I look back at it, yeah, I should post them. I don't know why I don't do that, but then I don't know why I don't do that enough. But then yeah, it was chill. We didn't lose any game. It was nice. I think Kai was hot that period as well. It was really interesting. I was like we should have played more competitions after the tour because it felt like we're just ready. You know, um, in terms of just chemistry, a few things happened and like it didn't necessarily translate that smoothly to the AP, but then field basket was very very interesting.
How's experience playing in the UAAP?
So I enjoyed it. It was I think because season 85, I got to be courtside every game except one. I got to like see what it was like up. So it was very very interesting. Very typical. Very, I wouldn't say physical. It was just more like you had to be ready to absorb contact and not give because like if for example you're an import, it's more obvious if you're trying to be physical. So you just have to be able to like take hits and not be overreactive. But from just the learning perspective, it was very nice. The pace is interesting. So into it. The game that most was probably the game against the Sun. We lost, but like it was just every possession was engaging. Like the ball would go out of bounds and the fans would cheer. So it was just a high level of passion that came with it as well. So I enjoyed it for the most part. It was definitely a an up and down season because like we would lose, we would win big, we would lose, we would win big. It was not that fun. But then it was a good experience. I would have loved if we ended differently, but then yeah, I enjoyed the most part of it. I felt like I've done a lot better, just being wiser in terms of foul calls, just being consistent, knowing my go-tos. But then that's the product of experiencing it firsthand. Yeah.
How's teammate with Kai Balangay?
I feel like I feel he could like he has like potential to like be very 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 tough, and he's already tough. Like we had that span in the what's it called, field basket where he was like player of the game like 6 times in a row. I feel it was so interesting because playing with him, even Mason as well, like his strengths were like the things I wasn't so good at, and then some of my strengths were the things they weren't so good at. So like we just complemented each other very very well. Nice teammates, pretty cool, no issues whatsoever. It's just like a cool guy, goes to work, does his thing, and yeah, and he's very talented as you could see. So it was a very very fun experience playing in Kai, definitely.
What do you learn from Coach Tab?
Honestly, like I feel there's just like a deeper level of appreciation for coach because he's like super competitive, and like I needed somebody who just consistently set the standard for excellence. Like coach wants to win every time. Coach takes every drill important. He's so intentional about details. It's not so hard to see why he has seen success consistently. Like he's like that. Like he's just very very conscious about excellence. He just wants the same standard of execution every time. Like as a player who didn't grow up with a lot of the fundamentals or a lot of the early experience, you kind of needed that to just help shaping you to know what is right, what is acceptable, and what translates. So yeah, definitely things I learned: how to scout teams, how to just be mentally ready for the game, value of preparation, just being able to play against talent that is even superior to you just by discipline and focus on your assignment. So there's so many things you could learn from coach. I think those four would probably be top four on my list. Coach is tough. Just mental toughness against losing. I'm like that as well. So it was such a good relationship. And yeah, he's a hard worker. Like he does this for real. So just learning that level of passion and commitment to the game was another important thing.
Top 3 toughest opponent players in UAAP.
Top 3 toughest opponent. From a preparation perspective, I'd say Ray, definitely. That's my guy. Ray that just moved to UP. So Ray was a tough one to guard. In terms of preparation, so Ray is there. I think Kemba would be there as well, because it was just like LaSalle just run like a really flowing system where the ball would just find the hands of people who were willing to shoot at the time, and it was not easy matching up with Kemba, because like you just had a way to hurt you at the like as a passer, the post player, and shooter. So preparing for him was also tough. Who else would I say? Trying to be definitely like LJ. It wasn't even from a preparation perspective, but like when you just see what he did to us in terms of just efficiency in the fourth quarter, especially, like I feel you just relied on him in terms of the last possession, and he came through for them, and like it felt like the times where he just like do what we needed to do to handle what he was bringing to the table. So I'll say in the order of difficulty, I would say Kimba, LJ, and then Ray. Because like if you're preparing for UE, you knew it was Remoga and Precious, like, and then they had a couple of solid shooters and also Sawat as well. But then it was really just like the efficiency Ray had at that time was just really tough. So yeah, those would be top 3 hardest opponents.
Why you choose jersey 25?
So one time, I come from a very, traditional family in Nigeria. Both parents educated, Christian, very, very, serious about our life. So they were intentional about me going to school early. So before basketball, I was an architecture student in one of the best schools in Nigeria. Like you needed to either be really smart or really rich to go to the school I went to in Nigeria, or both. And like to choose the course I wanted to, you had to be smart early on. So I was like doing well in school, very well. And then in year 3, I was just like, I want to play basketball. And my parents didn't stop me, but like you could tell that they were hesitant in terms of like why would you just not go to school? My mom wanted me to finish. She was telling me this like a few years ago, she was just telling me how she had always wanted me to finish school because she made sacrifices for us as well when we were growing up. She stopped work to take care of us. So she was like, from like a passion and love perspective, it felt like that was something she could ask me to do and I would do. So I wore 25 because like I wanted my mom specifically to just know that she would always be part of any decision I'm making. And like basketball was just like a journey, like was the route I was going to take. I was still going to take care of school. I was still going to be somebody important in life. But like basketball was just a vehicle towards purpose. And yeah, I weigh 25, so like she's conscious of the fact that like whatever she did for us early on as children was worth it. So yeah, 25 is my mom's birthday, 25th of September.
Last question, your top 3 best blocker in the NBA.
Top 3, it has to be Wemby. Like Wemby is like doing things that are statistically unheard of right now. But then like 7-4, good for him, moves well. Like, and then the way sports play off in defense is just sets you up for Wemby to protect the paint. So Wemby, Victor Wembanyama has to be there. I would say Orlando Magic Dwight was different. Like I think he won defensive player of the year like 3 years in a row. So 3 years in a row. Yeah, so definitely. So I'd say Wemby Dwight, and I just have a thing for LeBron's chase downs. Like I feel like I try to have that in my game as well. Just the energy to just not let go of possession and just track. On the compilation of it, post like you see a lot of that. But then so I'd say Wemby, Dwight. No. So I'd say Wemby third, LeBron, and then Dwight first. Yeah, definitely. Let me just rub my sweat off. Give me a second. Sure, appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for letting me do this as well. One big fight.
Thank you for watching.